Hey, let's go ahead and get some messages from our spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Let's see what the most important messages we need to hear. I've got the postcards from spirit today. What do we have? What is our postcard from spirit? What do they want to say to us? What is the most important message you want to say to us, spirit? One card. No, that's too many. One card. All right, there it is. All right. What do we have? My nose is already starting to itch. Wow. Dearest you, even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, it's a time to rest. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process by becoming empty to allow for inspiration and the magic of dreaming. You might feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. In this powerful process of co-creation, your soul merges with spirit in a profound way so that you can receive your music directly from source and play your part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune in to what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and the invisible. Don't worry, we will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock. Loving you always. So what I'm gathering from spirit is that they're trying to tell us to just be in the moment. You know, a lot of people always feel like they're running out of time, or they feel like they're behind, or they feel like, you know, they should be further along than what they are. And circumstances just haven't been supportive of that. And, you know, yeah, some things are moving full steam ahead. It's like life is moving full steam ahead, but there's other things that are still kind of caught up and raveled up in the background that haven't fully formulated for us to be making those movements forward. So that's why it's saying, it's like when we're in our dream space, when we're, you know, sleeping, we're no longer in the way of our blessings, because sometimes we can get in our own way, right? Overthinking, overanalyzing, trying to push when the universe is saying pull back. That's when people get frustrated, and then they start, you know, beating themselves down and feeling guilty, and now I'm a victim, and oh, I'm a piece of shit, or, you know, and it's like, that's not the case. That has nothing to do with it. You know, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and the universe hasn't fully formulated where you're to go next. And it's like, dare to dream. You know, dare to dream about how you would like things to be in your future. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. It's just, and then be flexible with that dream, because it might come in ways that you didn't expect it. You know, the universe is like, we know what you want, but we also know what you need, right? So I feel like a lot of people miss messages from spirit because it's almost like, okay, for instance, this is what I mean by this. I've had clients that they get it. Like, as soon as they see it, I'll ask, because I always ask my clients, how did you find me? And they're like, honestly, I needed to talk to somebody, and I kept asking the universe, like, I really want peace. I want peace. Like, I need peace. And then all of a sudden, like, my website came up, The Footsteps to Peace, and my name is Peace, you know? And they were like, I was actually guided to you because of your name, because I've asked so many times for peace. Like, I couldn't not call you. You know what I mean? Like, so those are the ways. So it was like, but in the process, I'm able to bring that peace that they needed in order for them to move forward. So, you know, again, the universe talks to us in like metaphorics, right? Or hieroglyphics, so to speak. They speak to us through music or synchronicity or animals or, you know, repetitive numbers. And it doesn't even have to be like 1111 or 444. It can be like 8449. You know, you just keep seeing that. That's a phone number, and it's an address, and that happens to be 8449 was your, you know, when you cashed out at the grocery store. So it's like, you know, paying attention to those synchronicities and then trying to get to the bottom of them. It's really easy to get online and look those up. Like, what is this, you know, the signification of this? Like, lately I've been getting the word river. Right when I said that, I hope you heard the little squeaky squeak behind me. or in front of, well, behind the camera. But it's like, okay, oh, I totally lost my train of thought because I got blindsided by the squeaky squeak. So let's go a little bit further. Let's see what else they want to say to us. So dare to dream, and then stop trying to put a time limit on yourself. That's just not how work goes. Appreciation, being appreciative, showing gratitude every step of the way, even when it feels uncomfortable. Show appreciation. And we've got the sun. The sun is the number one. It's the new beginnings. It's just by, when we show gratitude, it like more things to be grateful for comes to us. We are in spring now. We do have, like, the sun is starting to come out a little bit, and there's a little bit of a sense of optimism. Not only that, but we've got the sun and the goddess of the moon. So the two luminaries, what has been hidden comes to light. And for a lot of you, it's like, there's the sun shining down, and you might get these sudden epiphanies, but we talk about the goddess of the moon, and what do we do at night? We dream. Bottom of the deck, man holding a heart. So you could be a man and you're Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And it's almost like, you just need to, not be overly emotional. For some of you, again, water signs can definitely be a little too overly emotional. They can definitely get into their feels. And because of, look what's behind the man holding a heart, financial constraints. So this could be like you or your partner or someone that who has been going through financial constraints. And it's almost like that saying, romance without finance is a nuisance. And so, he wants to be able to provide, but he's coming at it from a place of feeling like they're being held back, not that they don't have enough. Well, I can't give of my heart if I don't have enough to provide. Which, that's the old-fashioned way of looking at it and thinking about it. Like, we don't come into relationships without, especially men back in the olden days where they, before the whole bullshit feminism thing came up, the men, like, they wanted to make sure that they had enough money to provide. And if anything, they were going to, go into the service where they were going to, have service pay and, at least retirement and this, that. Not that they take that great a care of veterans anymore and haven't for a long time. Probably a bad one to use, but do you know what I'm saying though? Back in the olden days, you could have, like, the masculine, the father was working and they could, provide a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, 2 cars, 1 car, 1 minivan, the dog and, the children's college fund. Nowadays, like, it's not that you can't, it's just that you're going to have to put your nose to the grindstone and get your ass to work. The thing about the man holding the heart is because he can become too emotional. And I do see all this water here. He can become disillusioned. That's when we kind of start tapping into, like, addiction issues, Oh, and the dog barked as soon as I said that. So addiction issues. So for some of you, that is definitely going to ring true. So, being that the sun is here, this is about drying up those addiction issues. If you have an alcohol problem, it's about, the sun comes in and evaporates that. It's going to be up to you not to tap into this moon energy. And, because the moon exacerbates, alcohol, drugs, all of those, or, any type of depression. So if this, man holding a heart is going through any type of depression, well, then it's like, when I look at the appreciation card, you see her holding this flower, and over here is a garden of flowers, and over here it's like dead and dry. And it's like she's choosing to see the beauty in what might seem dried up or not bearing fruit or, or even fragrance at that matter. But it's like, okay, but the sun will come out tomorrow. Okay, I heard that song. The sun will come out tomorrow. So, here's the deal. At the end of the day, Orphan Annie, she was able to sing about the sun coming out, because no matter in our darkest days, does that mean that, we're not worthy or that we should be, further along than what we are? My nose is itching again. So this is definitely going to ring true for some of you. The number 45 could be of importance. You could be 45, or this could have started when you were 45, all right? Or we have 15, 1, and 52. So those numbers could be of importance as well. But at the end of the day, I feel like, this is about starting even a healing practice, for some of you. I'm also getting the goldfish here. Goldfish is all about, financial success. Okay. It's all about our financial success. So I'm loving these cards. And the sun is literally, yeah, we all have had stormy days. We've all had days where we felt like we didn't flourish or we weren't able to bear fruit or as much fruit as we would have liked to have. But I do feel at the end of the day that, there are other people out there that can help you through this process and be appreciative of what you've been gifted so far. Be appreciative of how far you've come, and get out of your own way so that they can help guide you towards where you're supposed to go next. I want to read the sun card. Because I don't feel like I'm giving it enough credit. It says new beginnings and great creativity. The sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, this is your time for a new beginning, the onset of a nurturing new light in your life, the light of divine inspiration and personal growth. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as the birth of a baby or the writing or publication of a book, or even the birth of a new you. Now, or a birth of a new business or birth of a new whatever empire, now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and your vision. Visualize the light of divine love pouring into your heart and mind like the rays of the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, and abundant blessings. See the future you want to create and know the sun is shining on your intentions. Not only is the sun shining on your intentions, but the moon is helping guide you. So even when you're, in your waking hour with the sun to when you go to sleep with the moon, the universe is helping guide you on that journey. But it's through the appreciation of how far you've come, how far you've come. But it's also about the emotional maturity. Because it's one thing to manifest something, but are you in love with what you're manifesting? Whether that's a person, it's a job, it's a career, it's, a new home, it's a new environment, it's whatever that is. Like, are you in love with, and also, are you in love with you? Because without the heart center, like the logic, yeah, whatever, you got to love what you're doing. And you got to also be emotionally available to be able to accept all of these things. And this doesn't matter if it's a masculine or a feminine acting in her masculine. This is about emotional maturity. The emotional maturity to be able to say, you know what, even when shit was wrong, it was right. It's exactly the way things were supposed to be. Otherwise, you wouldn't have learned from it. For some of you, you need to get out into the water, take a salt bath, drink more water, okay? I am seeing that. Like, some of you are, like, be mindful of dehydration. But I do feel like new dreams are formulating, and I want to say, like, use this as the motivation to get you to where you want to be. Not, this didn't work out or whatever. Again, she's showing appreciation regardless of her harvest. I want to read that card, number 15. Appreciation, choosing gratitude. This card shows a woman holding a single rose. She enjoys the scent and beauty of the single blossom, yet around and behind her are bramble bushes. She could be focusing on these, worried that she might get caught up in their prickly branches of difficulty. Instead, she's pausing to experience the blessing of this single flower. The sun is breaking through the clouds, shining on her choice and on the tiny buds waiting to open up. This card is telling you that you have much to be grateful for. And like the flowering bush behind the woman on the card, there is more to come that you can't see. You can't see it. Why? Because the moon hasn't shown it to you. It's hiding it. Okay? The sun will illuminate it, but it hasn't been fully formulated yet. This card is telling you that you have so much to be grateful for. And like the flowering bush behind the woman on the card, there is more to come that you can't see. Congratulate yourself for every moment that you choose appreciation. This decision shifts your consciousness from lack value, okay? And it's guaranteed to bring more worth and richness into your life. That sums it all up. I'm going to leave that there, you guys. Please give it a thumbs up. Comment. Let me know how this reading resonates with you. Please interact with my channel so it can put me out into the algorithm. I'm trying to manifest more followers for the channel, and I can't do that without you, okay? Anyway, you guys, if you are interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. thefootstepstopeace.com. Check me out over on Facebook and Instagram under Peace Unhinged and The Footsteps to Peace. All right, you guys. Love you all so much. Take care.